If you have high blood pressure, often known as hypertension, you already know that eating a balanced diet is one of the most effective strategies to control it. Consumption of whole grains, vegetables, fruits, and lean protein is essential. Of course, other underlying elements influence blood pressure, such as age or certain medical disorders, but food can directly affect blood pressure. Uncontrolled hypertension can lead to a stroke or a heart attack in the future. The good news is that by eliminating specific foods from your diet, you can control your blood pressure. In today's video, I'm going to show you some of the foods that can increase blood pressure. But, before we get into it, be sure to give this video a like, subscribe, and hit the notification bell, so you won't miss out on our future uploads. 1. Salt. High blood pressure and heart disease are both linked to salt, particularly precisely the sodium in salt. This is due to the way it affects blood fluid balance. The sodium content of table salt is roughly 40%. The American Heart Association recommends that you consume no more than 2,300 milligrams of sodium per day, which is about 1 teaspoon of salt. When you eat too much salt, your body holds onto some additional water in an attempt to wash the salt out. The additional weight of water puts strain on the heart and blood vessels, raising blood pressure. If you're craving a snack, go for a healthier, less salty option. 2. Sugar. Sugar can raise blood pressure in a variety of ways. Sugar, particularly sugar-sweetened beverages, has been linked to weight increase in both adults and children, according to research. People who are overweight or obese are more likely to have high blood pressure. Avoid prepackaged meals, processed foods, desserts, and even granola bars if you want to improve your blood pressure control. The reason for this is that they contain a high concentration of maize fructose syrup. The American Heart Association suggests the following daily added sugar limits. For females, 6 tablespoons, 25 grams. For men, 9 tablespoons, 36 grams. 3. Canned foods. These foods are convenient, but many of them have a lot of salt added to them to maintain flavor during the canning, packing, or freezing process. Soups from cans are the worst offenders. If you get a soup craving, try creating your own with a low sodium recipe or look for low and reduced sodium canned soups. 1 can of soup has 100 to 900 milligrams of salt, which is enough to significantly elevate blood pressure. Also, when tomatoes and tomato-based sauces arrive in a can or jar, they have a lot of salt added to them. Fresh tomatoes or low-sodium variants are a much better option. When it comes to hypertension, pizza can be your biggest enemy. This world's comfort dish contains all of the components that cause blood pressure to rise. The bottom line is that whenever food is processed in any way, it almost always entails the addition of salt, which is bad for blood pressure. 4. Deli meat. Sodium is commonly found in processed deli and lunch meats. This is because salt is used to cure, season, and preserve these foods. Just 2 slices of bologna contain 910 milligrams of salt, according to the United States Department of Agriculture database. A Frankfurter, also known as a hot dog, has 567 milligrams of sodium. With the addition of other high-salt foods like bread, cheese, various condiments, and pickles, a sandwich can quickly become sodium-laden. 5. Trans fat and saturated fat foods. Even if you have high blood pressure, you can eat healthy fats, but saturated and trans fats are not among them. Blood pressure and cholesterol are both affected by foods fried in a lot of oils or meats with a lot of fat. Switch to low-fat dairy if you consume a lot of it. Also, watch out for cheeses with a lot of salt. Trans fats and saturated fats, as well as high levels of sugar, sodium, and low-fiber carbohydrates, are common in packaged, pre-prepared foods. Saturated fats are found mostly in animal products, such as red meat, chicken skin, full-fat milk, and cream. Reduce or eliminate your diet of red meat. If you must eat red meat, check the labels carefully and select the leanest cuts available. Replace some animal foods with healthy plant-based alternatives to lower your saturated fat intake. Monounsaturated and polyunsaturated fatty acids are abundant in plant-based foods. Nuts, seeds, olive oil, and avocado are examples of plant-based foods. 6. Bacon. For most Americans, crispy bacon is the go-to breakfast option. Breakfast without bacon is unthinkable, but it must be done if you have high blood pressure. Not only is bacon high in salt, but it's also high in saturated and trans fats. Saturated fats are responsible for elevating harmful cholesterol levels. This high percentage of bad cholesterol builds up in the blood arteries, stiffening them and causing high blood pressure and other cardiac problems. 7. Caffeine. Caffeine is found in coffee, tea, energy drinks, and soda, and it is known to raise blood pressure. Caffeine should be avoided by people with hypertension. If you can't give up coffee totally, try switching to half caffeinated or decaffeinated coffee. There are also caffeine-free teas on the market, and some tea kinds naturally have very little caffeine. Sodas are high in processed sugar and empty calories, in addition to the caffeine indicated above. High sugar drinks have been related to an increase in obesity incidence in people of all ages. Additionally, people who are overweight or obese are more likely to have high blood pressure. 8. Alcohol. Drinking too much alcohol might cause your blood pressure to rise. If you have high blood pressure, your doctor may advise you to cut back on the amount of alcohol you consume. Limiting alcohol use in those who do not have hypertension can help minimize their chance of acquiring high blood pressure. Alcohol can also interfere with the effectiveness of any blood pressure drugs you are taking, due to drug interactions. Furthermore, many alcoholic beverages include a lot of sugar and calories. Alcohol consumption can lead to weight gain and obesity, which can raise the risk of hypertension. If you drink, the American Heart Association recommends no more than 2 drinks per day for men, and 1 drink per day for women. If you're having trouble cutting back on alcohol, seek assistance from your doctor. Well, there you have it. Did you find this video informational or helpful? Let me know in the comments below. Thanks for watching. Here are some other videos you might like. Don't forget to like and subscribe for more health-related content.